Alright, so boom, before I go back to sleep, right? Thing with you and your vessels, right? When it comes to eating good, eating shit you're not supposed to, right? Say your sodium channels, right? Your nervous system, it holds electricity as itself, but at the same time, it's moving through canals in your body, and them canals and rivers, rivers make currents. Currents make electricity. That is one way they use one of the elements, which is free for power, and then charge you for it. That is one way. So when you think about that, you have to, when you understand carbonated being, that you are nature, nature is you. You have to look at your body as so. So you have these canals, you have these rivers, you have these streams, sodium channels, right? When you're eating shit that you're not supposed to, it builds up dams, right? When you build up dams, it builds walls, blockages. And the thing about a river and a stream is supposed to flow the way the current goes. So when you put up a dam, it forced the current to not flow properly. So that means it cuts the electricity, but really it makes more pressure in an area that's just sitting still, right? So it's making energy, but the energy is not getting spreaded to where it needs to go, like a river, like a current of river. That's how like sea moss grows in the ocean. It grows in a fast current, so it picks up a lot of minerals. That's why it has over 90 minerals. And off the sea moss, it removes the mucus like the weed and brings you, it pretty much cleans your body out because of that. And it gives you your minerals, right? That's what the water helps do to the ground. That's why it's groundwater. That's why the planet Kai is majority water, because it's supposed to go where it's supposed to go. So look at it as with your blood and your red blood cells, it's supposed to go where it's supposed to go. So when you eating these foods, you're making blockages. These blockages turns into pressure, and the pressure is like blood pressure. Feel me? This is what I'm going to. So when most people have high blood pressure, usually energy gets low easier. Their metabolism is slower. Their immune system is weaker, right? So they can pick up shit real easier because the dying of the red blood cells. The only way you get sick is the dying of the red blood cells, and you're lying mucus and fattening stuff. Everything turns into mucus at the end of the day, and which is all types of lactic acid, sarcolactic acid, and shit like that. So when you're making these dams, until that pressure breaks the dam and let the water flows where it needs to go, that's a natural flow of electricity. These people have gave you your food, right? And the wrong food. They already build dams to control and make electricity, and then charge you for it. They're in control, trying to play God. controlling it, right? It says we're being one with it, because if they let it just be with nature, it would have still took care of them at the same time. So that's where they fucked up, trying to drain the resource, right? So boom, they did the same thing to you. They pretty much gave you the food, even though you ate it. It's pretty much them, because they taught you it was cool. That they taught you everything you think it was cool, really just to dim your light. Because when you dim your light, you're killing your cells and you're killing voltage, you're killing electricity. Light is the spark, electricity is the spark to light. So when you're killing your cells, you're killing you. And when you're a carbonated being, you're the heart of this planet. We all are. So, like, we're gonna have to put ourselves through uh, mental, mental pressure, because we're already in. But we have to put ourselves in mental pressure for the positive, because the mental pressure we're already in is the anxiety that's bringing you down. Only for what reason you have those blockages. And you want to do better, but it's hard. Not saying that you don't love yourself, but your brain got too comfortable with the lower self of you. So it's like spiritual warfare when you're breaking out of it. But the thing is dams just brought you to a 10% of your electricity. Just imagine if it was no dams and you're supposed to connect all together, your whole current is bigger, right? It's stronger, right? There's no more blockages. It's just connections. And when you let your blood flows properly, it allows your body to flow properly. Meaning your red blood cells can reproduce itself in a positive way. Now then, you have antibodies to protect that. Now as that gets better, you have more cells, means more voltage, especially with positive thinking, and none of your lower self can attack you. Your aura actually grows from your cell reproduction, because that's the way you're made to be, carbonated being. Not all these other species are made like you. That's what makes you truly a star seed. Like, and all the star seeds that were planted, just like how we were, from the universe down to the planet, it's everything around you. It's part of you. It's part of your DNA. It's part of your diet, because you're supposed to be electricity. I mean, you're supposed to be the light, because without the flesh, that's all you are anyways. But in this body, this avatar is made to do so. So, like, in order to do so, you have to be so. So the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, make sure that your rivers are clear. So your production, your body production is always right. Just look at it as like UPS. A box gets stuck, the whole line shuts down, the whole production shuts down. That's what happens in your body. You have to keep the rivers full, because everything they do is tries to block your shit. And that's why niggas even got brought down and lowered in frequency and brought down to a 10%. And low key happened out of love, just trying to help them, but they deceived us and used it against us, because they started figuring out who was fucking them up. So once you break out of it, you break out of the veil. The veil came from the devil. That's why his name's the devil. The veil. The veil. The veil is being lifted. You can't run away from this shit no more. You run away from it, it's just you going against yourself. Like, there's people really trying to help you right now. Lose your ego.